everybody, and welcome back to my channel. How's your day today? I hope it's going good. If not, I hope it gets better. In this video, I'm going to give you 6 tips to make moving in day a lot easier and a lot smoother. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan Lopez and I am a student over at RIT studying biochemistry, and I'm currently entering my last year, about to be a senior, gonna graduate real soon. So on that note, I've been here for a little while and I've been having to move in a few times. I still remember my freshman year when I moved in, so I'm here to give you a few tips on how to make that moving in day a little easier. First of all, if you are an incoming freshman, congratulations on getting into your school. You have a lot of exciting things coming your way and a lot of new experiences. It can all be a little hectic. So here we go with tip number 1 to make moving in a little easier. So tip number 1 is to start packing early. I cannot emphasize this. Do not wait until the last minute to start packing. You want to start packing early so you can make your checklist, so you can go through your checklist, so you can double check your checklist, and then you can triple check your checklist. This happens with everybody. There's always something that we forget, and then you're at the last minute like, oh my god, I forgot this. So you want to make sure that you can pack all your essentials, all the little things that you really want to bring, and not have to like go back or like have to buy something new or live without it because you forgot. Shop for what you might need before you finish packing instead of after you finish packing. This also helps you so that you can organize things accordingly. Like all your bed stuff will go with your bed stuff, and all of your bathroom stuff will go with all of your bathroom stuff, instead of packing everything last minute, throwing everything into boxes, and then you find your toothbrush in your sock drawer. So you want to avoid that. It is also great to have your things ready, like everything packed up and ready the night before. Put all the boxes into the car, and then once the morning hits, like you're ready, you're up ready, just grab your small bag, whatever, toothbrush, last toothbrush, and then you're out. It'll make for a much easier leaving transition. On the contrary, here is tip number 2. Do not pack so much stuff. Any college student can tell you how much stuff they happen to accumulate over the years, and that's freshman year alone. Now imagine after the 4 years of being in college, how much stuff you accumulate, and let me tell you, it's a lot. I don't know how. This past year, I moved from my apartment into this house, and I had to make 2 trips. One with 2 cars and then a second trip with 1 car, and it's like, where did all these things come from? Like, what the heck? And I remember freshman year, I came in with both my parents in the car, myself in the car, and all my stuff in the back, and then the seats next to me. And now it's like that, I don't even know how I only had that little amount of things. And so make sure to pack only exactly what you need, and like try not to bring so much extra stuff, especially if you have a lot of hobbies. Try to limit that stuff. Like for example, myself with paint and things, you will actually end up with not a lot of time to paint because you'll be doing schoolwork, you'll be hanging with friends, and you'll be doing some other stuff. So try to pack as light as possible. And if it's something that you can buy later, definitely try not to bring that with you. For example, dressers and things like that. When you get to your dorm room, this happens pretty often, you end up needing to go to the store anyway. So if it's something that isn't too expensive and you can just buy it at the store in the area of your college, definitely do that. Now on to tip number 3. Now that you have everything packed and that you are ready to go, make sure you know where you are going. Make sure that before you even arrive at the college, you've looked through your emails, through the documents that tell you like a little map of where to go, of where to pick up your key, of where to check in with staff or anything like that. Check in with like the housing departments, and where your room is. Like before you start unpacking the car, make sure that you find the right path to your room, like the elevator or the staircase, so that it makes for an easy grab your stuff and you know where you're going. It also helps because everyone is lined up in, let's say, the driveway or in the front of the dorm building, and so everyone's trying to get out and grab everything all at once. So you want to make sure that you at least know where you're going, what you're doing, and that way you don't waste any time and you don't get in the way of others and you're out of that people traffic. Tip number 4, this might help a little bit more for when you're actually in the room and you've brought everything, is check in with your roommate or roommates to see when they're moving in, and hopefully you can find a time where you're not moving in together. I say this because even though your roommate could help you, they have a lot of unpacking to do, you have a lot of unpacking, they probably have their parents, you probably have your parents, and so that's a lot of people for like a small dorm room. So if you can, try and check in with your roommate ahead of time so you can coordinate some free time in between each other's moving in. That way you have more space to yourself and you're a little more lax about moving in. Tip number 5 is to, if possible, have multiple people come and help you. Often a lot of people bring like both of their parents or like siblings or something like that. So if you can, ask around family members to come with you, to drop you off. This helps a lot because you probably have a lot of things, and so you want to bring it all in, and it helps to make less trips and take up less time in the line with everyone else and everything else going on. It's also really nice and comforting to have more people, because once you start unpacking, you might feel a little overwhelmed in having to unpack everything. So having those people to help you make things go by faster and more efficiently is definitely a big bonus. And the faster that you unpack everything and move in, the faster you can find out what you need, so then you can go to the store and get what you need to get. And also, if you have extra time, because you got extra help, you get to spend more time with your family while they're there. And the last tip, this might vary for different people because some move-in days are a little more organized, but if you can move in earlier, definitely move in earlier. Get out of that people traffic, get to know your way a little more. That way you can also be a little more relaxed overall, from packing to knowing where you're going to the actual move-in and move-in day. That way you're also not in a bunch of people traffic, because there's certain days where everybody wants to come together. Like, it's usually those 2 days, that weekend before classes starts. A lot of people like to come in that weekend, and so everywhere and everything is always busy. So a good tip for that is to just come earlier and avoid that time. You can take more time to organize yourself and things before your roommates come in and before the rest of the people come in. To summarize, you want to start packing early, don't pack too much, know where you're going beforehand, check in with your roommates to see if you can avoid packing time with them, have multiple people come with you, and move in earlier if you can. So these are my tips for moving in. Good luck to you. Hopefully move-in isn't too crazy. Good luck with the school year. Don't forget to leave your tips in the comments if you have any tips at all, or questions. If you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to make another video to answer. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for future videos. Bye!